everyone, so today in this video I'm going to be showing you how to contour your nose. Now I get these questions a lot, even when I do makeup on other people. They're like, can you contour my nose? And they're always really taken away by basically the effects of it. So I wanted to do kind of an anatomy kind of video, but I realized that a nose is kind of just a nose and there's only like a few parts that you really need to know. So I thought I would just wing it and just make a video on how to do it. Obviously, when it comes to contouring, understanding contouring is really important. So contouring is basically using shadow to shape and mold your face. So where places are dark and where places are light, all you have to do is emphasize those areas to make your nose slimmer or to make your nose more pointed. Alright, so what you need is this, which is a fluffy blending brush. Now this is my favorite kind of tool to basically contour the sides of the nose because it is small and it is fluffy, which means that it blends the product really well onto your skin. A bronzer, so I have here the one that I've been using. I've hit pan already, and this is the Bobbi Brown bronzing powder. And you can use any bronzer as long as it's not too orange, and it would be more preferred that the bronzer actually has a more ashy or gray tone because that is exactly what shadows are. Shadows are more ashy and gray than brown or orange. And then I would suggest you get a highlight. So I'm going to show you how to contour and highlight your nose, I guess, because highlighting makes such a big difference to your nose. So for highlighting, you can use another highlighter or powder highlighter, cream highlighter, the YSL Touche Éclat, anything that you would prefer. But today I thought I would grab something quick and quickly do this video before I head out. So I'm going to use my eyeshadow. So this color is my highlight, or going to be my highlight for my nose. Alright, so the first thing you got to do is basically, where do you contour on your nose? So if you look at your nose, this is my nose, ta-da, and I have not put anything on it. I have a couple zits around it, but ignore those. And basically, if you look at my nose, I've not put anything on it. Obviously makeup, but I have not contoured it. And you can see that there are natural kind of contours on your nose. So there's a darker line here, there is a darker line here, darker and darker line. So that is exactly where we're going to put the product on, and basically where the light hits your nose, which is here, right on the bridge of your nose, we're going to emphasize that. Of course, if you want to do something a lot more dramatic, this is for natural everyday kind of contouring, but if you want to do like this, like Promise Fan kind of makeup tutorial where you're really reshaping your face, then you can go ahead and not follow your lines and draw it the way you want to. But I'm like really all about kind of natural everyday wear, so I like to do it the way I like to do it, like more natural. Alright, so I'm going to take my bronzer and I'm going to use this brush. Again, the reason why I'm using this brush is because we don't want to create a very harsh line. We don't want to walk out the door and let people know that, hey, I contoured my nose, everybody. That's not what we really want to do. Basically, I'm going to go along the sides of my nose. So this is called your nose bridge. So I'm going along the sides of my nose bridge. As you can see, the line is a lot more emphasized already. We're going to buff it out, so don't worry. And we're going to go along the sides of the nose. Then what we're going to do is we're going to go around this pointed area. I'm going to do it extremely dramatic at the moment so you guys can see where I'm contouring. Just like that. So you can see that it makes quite an obvious difference already. If you think that is too pointed, you can go ahead and close that in, like what I'm doing. Right there, and then you can just use your finger to make the area more straight, and then you can go ahead and contour lightly around this area as well. That will make your eyes more deep set. And then what you're going to do is, obviously I'm not going to walk out like that unless you want to, but what I'm going to do instead is I'm going to try and blend it out so there are no harsh lines, just like how you would do kind of everyday contouring. I usually use my finger to do that. You can like go ahead with your brush and do that, but you can see how big a difference it does make to your nose, as you can tell, right? Then I like to just shade a little bit in this area just to make things a lot more natural. just like that. So there you go, you contoured your nose. And now what we're going to do is we're going to highlight the area just to make it a little bit more natural. So I'm using, again, this light color. You can use like anything. You can use eyeshadow. I mean, you use eyeshadow on your like skin around the eye, which is basically the most sensitive, so why not use it on your nose, right? All right, so I'm just going to dot that. So you can see it does make a big difference. Of course, now we're going to blend it out. So again, use your finger or a brush or anything like that, and I like to just make sure everything is kind of blended out together. The level of intensity that you want for the shade is totally up to you. If you think this is too much, I'm just doing it a lot more obvious so you guys can see where I'm contouring. But if you think it's too much, then go ahead and use something else or whatever. But yeah, you're done. So this is the difference. Ta-da! My nose looks a lot more sharper and smaller. Although, thank God, I was blessed with quite a sharp nose already. But this is me with a contoured nose. So yeah, basically you're done. So in the next video, I was thinking of doing my favorites and then doing a video on like contouring your cheeks. Although I've already done a video on that, but I thought since you guys wanted an anatomy video, I will go and do that. So yeah, I really hope you liked this video, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.